we're back. It's more Ace Attorney Just for All. It has been a little bit. Took 2 weeks off, but now we're back. We're ready to continue case 2.
Yeah, it's been so long. I can't believe he's he got himself locked up in jail.
Yeah. That's what happened, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the trial where we're defending Edgeworth, right? That's what this is.
Yeah.
There's an old man and a parrot and everything. Yeah. That's where we're. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I we'll see. I mean, everything will certainly come back to me. But yeah, we're in the middle. Jeez, what a funny way to come back. So yeah, we're in the middle of. We're in court. We're defending Maya. And yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah, I guess so. He's doing his testimony now. There's no log. I can't look back at the log. But yeah. So I guess just take it away, his gumshoe.
Yeah. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Victim took a shot, but they were too close. He missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Cool. What transpired? Okay, so yeah, during it, defendant saw her chance to stab the victim. Used the last of his strength to fight back. The two were fighting the victim, took out his gun. That's right, so it was the victim's gun. He found the bullet hole in the outfit, in Maya's outfit, which implies that he did take a shot. He didn't take a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. There's also the bullet hole in the... let's go to the evidence. This thing. Bowling screen. There's bullet hole here. Honestly, we probably should just go through this again. So starting off with the most important piece of evidence. This is our attorney's badge. You remember this, right?
Yeah, the most important thing.
Yeah, you remember how this relates to the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone still thinks I'm a lawyer. I'm lying.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Fools.
Yeah, case 6 of people, or I guess 7 now, of people believing I'm a lawyer. Okay, newspaper clipping. 1 year ago, May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice. Okay, that's just the mansion. The Magatama that we use to get people to tell us the secrets. Mimi Miney, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died of falling asleep at the wheel. It's the other girl's sister. 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. Old sealed key, so that's the key to the channeling chamber. Which Pearl gave us?
Mm-hmm.
Diagram of the channeling chamber. Nothing special there. The autopsy report. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around the bullet. Okay. There's the pistol, the knife, and then the costume. Okay. Defendant then picked up on it. Testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Okay, let's start pressing. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Added body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
God, I actually kind of forgot about her.
Yeah.
We saw her for like 30 minutes last time.
Yeah.
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Karain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. That's true, she does physically change. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Crane channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Okay. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Pretty fucking bad. Actually, I went to give blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry.
What more, please? Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day.
Yeah, why did he bring a pistol? It's a great question. But a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? I would assume so. Because they were too close to me. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Okay, that's one opening. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder. Hey, can we get that gun over here? I want to test something. Hey, Gumshoe, could you line up right here? Man, where's Larry when you need him? Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. Testimony certainly. Okay, yeah. So this. Cover the truth and feel it. Okay, so I gotta contradict something here. When's our chance to stab the victim in the chest? Okay, let me look at. Actually, first off, let's save. I know we didn't really do much yet, but let me look at the knife. Small fruit knife belongs to the Fays. Bears Maya's fingerprints. Okay. The defendant saw that her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Okay. Can't deny that. The victim used the last of his strength to fight back. For fighting the victim, took out his gun. I mean, this is probably true. He took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. That seems possible. Or, and then picked up other two the victim's gun and ended it. I think maybe one of these I would contradict with the, whoops, I did not mean to do that. with the folding screen, because that hasn't been brought up yet, and that's clearly has something to do with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe on the last one, because it's like if there were two gunshots, maybe that will prove that the second gunshot was also in that direction, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Nope, apparently not. Nope. You're an idiot. Okay. You're shopping because they were too close to miss. Okay, so maybe I'm overthinking it then. Bears, Maya's, and Gray's fingerprints. Okay. Check the details. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if they were so close that he missed, how did he, like, get it through the what's it called? The, hold on, I can actually look at it. So, like, if there's a bullet hole in the thing, then he couldn't have missed, right? Yeah. If her arm was going through it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That whole thing seems weird. Okay. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing.
Eh? What do you mean?
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Gunpowder burn? What's gunpowder?
What is burn? Where's the bunch of bananas? Is that still this case? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Oh!
But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume.
Shit, I need to revisit 5 other cases.
Yeah, I've been doing that all day. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. You just drink a little water. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make sense. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. Can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. I want to say it doesn't make sense because of the blood splatter on here. I mean, I think either way I have to deny it, because...
Yeah.
We're pretty sure that's just not how it went down. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Never know. Flaw? Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. When she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking.
Is this when you use that?
It might be. It's either this or it's the blood splatter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this first. Take a look at this.
Why are you showing me this? Why are you showing this to me, pal?
I think we got it wrong. Maybe. Prosecutor Veronica Karmer's explanation and this piece of evidence.
Do not contradict.
Huh?
Looks like you need to use your brain a little more, pal.
Ugh, being lectured by Gumshoe of all people is so embarrassing.
Come on, hurry up and get that thinking cap on.
There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Alright.
She put some distance. Did I even take damage for that? I don't know that I did. Distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. She's about to strike the doctor's shot. Yeah, I'm gonna try the folding screen. Oh, yep, there we go. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Huh. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Who? Where? What?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. Passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. That makes sense. Order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. Victim Dr. Gray was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. It would have to be like over here? Well, because saying that he didn't, I'm gonna just point somewhere around here. Oh, the judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled something some serious bad breath. That is, I mean, wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Of course. Whoops. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. If the bullet hole was here, then I imagine she'd have to be... maybe she was like here. Okay. Was she closer to it?
Maybe?
I'm actually not sure what it's trying to get from me here. Oh, she was standing near. I was basically right on it. Okay. She was standing here near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how could you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Huh. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen.
Exactly. If Fate was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. I knew it all along.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. I'm cutting your pay, Gumshoe.
I'm not even a police officer anymore. I don't get paid.
Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the back. Blast radius of disaster. You're such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic?
Huh? How is it all my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later.
Punishment? Ooh.
Yeah, he's like perked up at that. Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Man, that would have been a good time to, I mean, I guess it would have been like another, 20 minutes at last stream, so we could have done it. I didn't realize we were that close. But it is what it is. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. It felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. Did I do this character?
I think you did. Yeah, you did.
I know I did. I'm just thinking, because it's like, oh god, look, it's all my characters. So I do everyone now.
Yep.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. What? Thanks? Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? And by the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hearts. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. She probably, because Mia, like, left the village to go be a lawyer, she probably only heard of her as, like, a disappointment to the family.
Yeah.
Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. There we go. The trials are going. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please.
Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
That's not what I asked you for. Just fine.
Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza!
Name and occupation.
I declare when tarnation. Hey, Judge, is this here's violence against my fair self?
Yeah, this should be illegal, shouldn't it? That's fine.
God damn it! Oh my god, this fucking judge. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip.
He's just a little guy doing his job, you know? There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Forgot about that whole thing she does. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder.
I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Heart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? So funny. Okay.
That is something. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was a dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Wrecking course.
Excuse me?
Wrecking course. It's sure for, you reckon? Of course I did.
Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. Moment of truth. What will be in that picture?
Let's see here. This here's the picture.
Oh. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. How did she get that picture?
Because remember she did rush in as soon as they opened the door.
That's true. But we were in there not that long after that, right? um, are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'll clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Okay. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear the gunshot. Lawyer there broke the door down. Oh yeah, we broke the door down, and I guess she ran in immediately, and yeah. She in the room, so it was a dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Ugh, her story adds up. What's worse, I was there at the scene of the crime with her. Her story is exactly how I would have told it too. Okay. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbing about? You were there too, were you not? Ugh. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client?
Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear?
But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, actually, I was gonna say, it's actually someone who yelled bang, bang, bang really loud.
Yep. Actually, it's funny because it's just like, yeah, you know, in reality, I don't think a lawyer would be allowed to take this case if they were there. I just don't think that's how that works.
I mean, I don't think anybody would be able to physically assault the judge either, you know? Just saying.
I mean, that's true, but, like, I mean, come on. We love that, right? Anyway. Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. Why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler.
I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard.
That, you know, that's true. That was in that other case.
Now this is where the story heats up.
We broke the door down. What can I possibly... So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there, me, broke the door down, which I did.
And we guess she's gonna object?
Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. It's just...
Jeez.
Why does this feel like an Inquisition?
Yeah, seriously.
Just like, I guess in reality, like, he's like... Why would he be pushing on these statements, I guess, if he was also there, but...
Yeah. No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. Judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Okay. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey?
Sure, I'm sure.
Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Lotta, please, think back to that day one more time.
What you getting at?
Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. Lotta, at a time like this?
Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? The scout. She... Maya?
When you saw the murder at that time, You couldn't even tell if it was my affair or not. Am I correct?
Well, you say.
Order. Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony.
Yeah, sorry.
Good. This shifts things back to my side. You're a defense lawyer. Your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber.
When they entered?
One of those people that entered the chamber was my Faye, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Faye. Exactly. Rats, and I'm trapped like one again. Okay, and then the last one. Are you absolutely certain of that?
Sure am. That old witch chased us out of the room, so.
An old witch? Does she need Morgan Faye?
There was no one else in there, and you know it.
The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about...
Behind the folding screen?
Yeah, that would be... Yeah, not behind the door. That doesn't make sense. I don't think that... I mean, under the flooring would be if there was maybe some secret compartment, but there's nothing leading us to that. I think it's folding screen. What about behind the folding screen? Check back there.
Wreck given.
Huh? What in the...
Wreck given. You know, you reckon? That's a given. Took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
Let me have a word with you, Miss Hart.
What? You got a problem?
Rick Given, I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. You would stop saying such things as Wreck and Given and... Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? Just as I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the descendant, Maya Faye. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do? If I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Let's look. I mean, we could make the argument that it's not Maya because she's channeling someone. And that it's that technically that person. I don't know if that's what they want from us right now. Or maybe it's the key?
Your attorney badge, because you say so.
Yep, I'm an attorney. I call the shots around here.
Damn straight.
Oh man, that's that photo. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the photo again. I guess you present the photo on the photo.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe we present the key. Or the newspaper clipping. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know that what you were proposing?
Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk.
Thanks, guys. Your show of support was just great. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to this court that the person in this photo is not my fae. Here is your proof. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Oh, it was wrong.
Oh, that was misleading.
Yeah, because the music stopped and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's letting me give. The fact that it's gonna let me give up makes me think that this is not the way to go.
Yeah.
But
Because otherwise it would have just given you, like it would have just taken you to present a piece of evidence. So
yeah,
maybe would give.
yeah.
He's just never done that before.
Yeah, it usually doesn't do that if that's not the right way to go. We'll see. Oh, Mr. Wright. Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not my fae. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. I totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for the witness? This might be game over here. I'm not entirely sure. Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. Defense. The defense. Or there's something else that happened. Yeah, okay.
Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets, even if they get convicted.
Yes. Mia? Oh. Pearl.
Huh.
Pearl's channeling her now.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say?
But Pearls?
Her clothes are a bit small.
Yeah. That's... yeah.
Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go! Let's kill him!
Yeah. But how? She's already taken away every advantage.
The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully. One more time. About what you saw in the channeling chamber. You remember what you told me yesterday?
Dr. Gray. I was murdered. What? Not at a time like this.
Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots.
It's exactly the same scene we already did. Right.
Yep. See, there's one final piece to this puzzle.
Mia?
Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but not testifying truthfully.
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated... Wow.
God
Okay.
damn.
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Oh, all right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. I'm just like, I got fucking plans.
Jeez. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about?
Please tell us once more. What happened when you burst into the channeling chamber?
Okay, you got it. So you got through to the judge somehow, right? I mean, you didn't do shit, but sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. When is it going to get through to me? And that's the real question.
When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. Really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Okay. I focus on my assets. 4 lines. Okay.
There must be some we can use in her testimony just now. Must find it at all costs.
Okay. I think maybe now's a good time to cut for a break.
All right.
Yeah, because I was thinking about like we could probably do like a couple more minutes to just get through this testimony, but then like what's coming after that, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think we'll do it now. We'll take a break. We're gonna take and then we'll take a break and we'll continue with the testimony